So when you were watching the MTV Movie Awards, you may or may not have been expecting the chastity belts, the renewal of Will Ferrell's wedding vows, and Rebel Wilson's pedophilic koala bear. If you were like me, you most likely wanted to commit suicide. But you knew you couldn't because there was something that you were waiting to see, and that was the Hunger Games Catching Fire teaser trailer. And when the trailer finally came around, it was definitely worth the wait. Here's my review of the Hunger Games Catching Fire teaser trailer. Okay. So I cannot stress enough how well this trailer opened up. The District 11 scene was the absolute perfect choice for the opening of this trailer. It's so intense and they just make it so horrific. District 11 being one of my favorite districts, I have to say, it looks amazing. And you can just tell in the opening seconds of this trailer that there is no shaky cam. Well, I mean, there is a little bit of shaky cam, but it's real. Like, things stay still. You do not get a headache when you watch this trailer. And you can tell in this trailer, from Jennifer Lawrence's amazing acting in the beginning to her line at the end, you can definitely tell that Jennifer Lawrence and the people of the Hunger Games know what Katniss is going through. They know that she's losing her mind. She's actually scared, just like we read in the books. And it's just so amazing. It's just this added bonus that I wasn't expecting. By the way, aren't the new outfits for the Peacekeepers, don't they kind of look like stormtroopers or something? After the whole District 11 thing, we go to President Snow's house, office. I don't really know where we are, but we see President Snow and he has this hologram projection thingy of Katniss Everdeen. And he's just like, you just have to kill her, you know? You just have to get her. We have to eliminate her. Then we see Philip Seymour Hoffman, who is Plutarch Heavensbee. And he's just like, okay, yeah, I understand. You know, I know Katniss Everdeen is a threat to the Capitol and all, but, you know, maybe we just shouldn't execute her. Maybe we should do it at, like, the right time. The conversation between these two is so freaking good. Philip Seymour Hoffman is just everything I expected Plutarch to be. And I haven't even watched the movie yet, and I just know he's the perfect Plutarch. So while we're in the dialogue with Snow and Plutarch, we see these awesome graffiti that says the odds are never in our favor. I don't remember reading that in the book, but if that is in the book, or whoever thought of that, is just a genius. So then after all the District 11 stuff, and after the whole dialogue with Plutarch and Snow, we cut to the party thing, which I totally forgot about until I watched the trailer. Effie, oh god, Effie. I don't know what Effie is wearing, but she looks like a poodle Lady Gaga and perhaps a gothic Lolita all mixed into one. Katniss, for some reason, looks like a Mockingjay. I don't know whether or not they chose for her to look like that, or she just coincidentally. And Peeta just kind of looks like Peeta. Peeta doesn't really look like anything. But I just love the line that Effie says when they're walking. Chin up! Smiles on! Effie, you never cease to make me laugh. And then I love what they did with the party, how it's all an outdoors thing. For some reason, I always pictured it being like indoors in like this big banquet hall. But I love what they did with it. It just makes it seem a lot more like edgy and cool and capitalish. And then you see Stanley Tucci with pink hair and he's like, Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire! And then we have the riot scenes. At first I kind of felt like it was coming out of Mockingjay instead of Catching Fire. You can definitely tell throughout this whole trailer that they have the theme of what Catching Fire is about. They've read the book, they've done the research. You can just tell that throughout this whole trailer. Then we cut to Katniss and Prim, who is played by Willow Shields. When I first saw this, I was actually very impressed with Willow Shields' acting. You can tell that Willow Shields is a really great actress. She grasps the idea of Prim, that Prim is maturing. And I feel like from the first movie, Prim, who was scared of everything, she's become like an actual adult. And then there's this one, you know what, I'm just gonna skip that part. I'm gonna save it for later because it's just the one part of this trailer that I dislike. After the part, I'm sure you know what part I'm talking about. It's Gale's whipping. And Gale's whipping, oh my goodness. It's actually everything I expected it to be. Now, unfortunately, they took out Darius, who's the peacekeeper who saves Gale when he's being whipped, which is very sad, but you know, I'm hoping that it plays out good. And then the peacekeeper punches Katniss and he points his gun at her like she should be afraid. And then Katniss says, go ahead. This is so good. So then after the whole whipping thing, it cuts back to President Snow and Plutarch, and then they're talking about the ideas for the arena for the Hunger Games. And at first I was just like, no Finnick, no Mags, what is this? But then I realized, and it's evident as they're talking, it was actually a smart move that they didn't show anything of the arena or of any of the other characters. Because I mean, it's a surprise in the book. You have no idea that Katniss is going back into the arena, you just don't know at all. And then when you do read it, you're like,
what? Is this real? Sir Colin?
So I think that's what they want the audience to do. Okay, so now to the only part of the trailer that I dislike, and that is the kiss between Katniss and Gale that they shove like right in the middle of the trailer. Now I understand that you want to show that Gale and Katniss are now possibly an item, but I mean, on the other hand, There was no PETA in this trailer at all. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna at least put the kiss with Katniss and Gale there, then you should have shown something that shows the love triangle between Katniss, Gale, and PETA. I don't know. I mean, I think they really should have taken out the kiss of the trailer. It is good because it makes people go like, what? I thought Katniss and PETA, what is this? But for the people who've read the book, it kind of feels a little bit awkward in a way. I mean, I don't mean to be judgmental in that. I'm team Fail, which is Finnick and Gale. Don't judge me. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like weird for the people who haven't read the book. And then you're like, hey, Peter Millark professes love to like Katniss Everdeen on national television. I mean, he at least deserves to like be more in this trailer. So yeah, that's my discussion / review thing. In conclusion, I think Catching Fire is going to be better than the first Hunger Games. 10 times better. Question, what are you most looking forward to in Catching Fire? Characters, events, whatever. For me, I'm totally looking forward to the interviewing scene. I'm looking forward to Finnick, Mags, and of course, Enobaria. Enobaria was always like one of those characters, like when I read her, I was just like, I can't really picture her. But now that I can see her, and now that I know her physical description, I cannot wait to see that creepy girl with the shark teeth that are plated gold. It's like she's a vampire, you know? Ha, you thought Twilight was over? Just wait till you see Enobaria. Another video for VEDA coming soon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye. Mwah.